Hi guys, welcome back to the Cucinera at its finest, and today I'm gonna show you how to make the perfect roasted chicken for Christmas, and we're gonna call this recipe the Christmas chicken. Now for this Christmas chicken recipe, we're gonna need one whole chicken, and I'm using quite a large size one, which is more than a kilo in weight. Now I've slit this chicken in half and I've taken out the backbone. Taking out the backbone would actually mean cooking your chicken evenly inside the oven. Now we're also going to need a freezer storage Ziploc bag. This is where we are going to keep and marinate our chicken for at least overnight or 24 hours. Now for even distribution of our marinade, we're going to place our chicken flat inside the storage bag. Now for the marinade, we're going to use 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 5 tablespoons of lime juice, and you can use any citrus fruit, actually lemon or calamansi, whichever you prefer, but I'm using lime juice for this recipe. And we're gonna need half a cup of olive oil. Now I'm mixing all of our wet ingredients in a measuring cup, and then we're gonna add our dry ingredients next. Now we're gonna need a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of ground black pepper. We're gonna use 2 teaspoons of rosemary and a teaspoon of marjoram. I'm using a measuring cup because it has a spout, which makes it easy for me to pour it inside our freezer storage bag with the chicken. Now this is the reason why I chose a freezer storage Ziploc bag. If you're familiar with the cooking method sous vide, this is like taking out all of the air inside our freezer storage bag and doing a vacuum seal for our marinated chicken. Now I don't have a sous vide equipment, so I've improvised. So I just use a bowl with water and then place my freezer storage bag. I took all the air that I can from inside the bag and then sealed the bag. So this is it. This is your vacuum sealed sous vide style chicken for Christmas. And we're gonna place it in a tray and then marinate it overnight or up to 24 hours inside the fridge. Now 24 hours has passed and our chicken absorbed all of the flavors of the marinade, but we're gonna drain that marinade for now. We're gonna use it for basting later. And I'm placing the chicken in a baking dish. I'm using a Pyrex dish, but you can use any baking tray, whichever one you have. And it's important to tuck in the wings at the back so that it doesn't burn while we are roasting our chicken. So this is how we're gonna cook our chicken inside the baking dish without the rack. We want those juices to stay inside the baking dish. That would actually mean more intense flavor if the meat underneath sucks in those juices back as it cooks. Okay, oven settings for this one is on convection, preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, lowered down to 200 degrees. Cooking time is for about an hour, and you're gonna have to baste your chicken once in a while to avoid the skin and the meat from drying out. And then after an hour, you put it back in the oven under broil settings so that the skin on top can brown a little bit further for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, while waiting for the last few minutes of roasting our chicken, we're gonna make some sauce. Now, this is for people who want sauce with their chicken. I'm gonna use the reserved marinade, and we're gonna add a tablespoon of butter and half a tablespoon of mustard. Okay, this is the one that I use, Grey Poupon, and butter, not margarine, okay? Butter. So we're gonna mix that and let it reduce until it thickens up. That's gonna be your sauce on the side for the chicken. Now the sauce is done, the chicken is also done, and it has been resting for about 10 minutes or so. Now we're gonna start assembling our Christmas chicken. Now you can use a wooden tray or whichever platter you want. And I just want to let you see how juicy this is and moist, because I didn't even have to force the knife in. I just slit through the knife in half, and this is with no effort at all. And you can see how well done the chicken is, but still with the moist breast that's juicy and flavorful. And if you can just smell this, guys, the rosemary, the marjoram, the citrus smell of the chicken, this is how you want your roast chicken to be. Now I'm drizzling some sauce on the chicken. This is just for aesthetic purposes, guys, to make it look yummy, look delicious. You really have to consider presentation for Christmas dinners or Noche Buena here in the Philippines. Okay, and the way that I want it to look, it has to be rustic. And there's your sauce on the side. Now this is a chopping board that I don't actually use to chop, but I use it for serving, centerpieces like this. So there you have it, the Christmas chicken.